We'll begin with that verdict for Beale IV.
It took a very short time for that jury to reach a decision. Beale was found guilty in the murders of his girlfriend and a father figure in his life. And there's still a case against him in Norfolk for a third murder. But before all that happens, the convicted killer himself is talking to 10 on Your Side from jail. Our Kiahnna Patterson begins our team coverage from Virginia Beach.
Yes, after a 3-day trial, it took a jury about an hour to find Beale IV guilty on all charges, but it was his actions today that was hurtful to the family. I did all this by myself. Words from Beale in the Commonwealth's closing statements in court. The prosecutors paint a picture of the malicious and premeditated actions of Beale 2 years ago. Beale admits to the police he committed a series of deadly and disturbing crimes over several days starting on March 22, 2022. The Commonwealth proved to the jury with 15 expert witnesses that Beale tied up Xavier Hill before shooting her with her gun in her bedroom. He later set her house, dog, and car on fire. Beale also confessed to shooting Clifton Baxter, a Vietnam veteran who was battling prostate cancer.
It's real hurtful because my brother raised him and he felt like he treated him just like he was his son. So how could you take his life like that?
The Commonwealth says Baxter was shot at close range while sleeping. The gun and ammo were later found at a house in Hampton after Beale was arrested.
How can you take a life for somebody that you say you love?
The Commonwealth says Beale was filled with hatred because of a previous probation and sex-related charge. Beale's reason for killing Baxter, because he didn't give him enough money when he asked.
He's the type that always want things handed out to him. You know, you don't want to work. You're not going to get nothing for free. If you want something, my mama taught us, you have to get out here and work for it. And be honest.
And after the guilty verdict, Beale yelled out, "Can y'all get this over with?" And Beale will be back in court on July 2nd for sentencing. He could spend the rest of his life in prison, but he is also on trial in Norfolk for killing his cousin. That's set for pretrial a little later in the year. In Virginia Beach, Kiahnna Patterson, 10 on Your Side.
Thank you, Kiahnna. Let's switch now to 10 on Your Side's Lauryn Moss, who just spoke with Beale from jail moments ago.
Lauryn, what is he saying about the verdict?
Well, Beale IV, sitting in jail, told me that he feels remorse for what he did. This is different than what he told us back in 2022. He told us then he didn't regret anything and admitted to killing his girlfriend, a man he called Pops, and his cousin. Beale saying today he is now out of what he calls a blackout and feels guilty for what he did. He did offer an apology to the victim's family, but says he knows that's not enough. A jury did find him guilty today. Beale calls the verdict justice. In the courtroom, he shouted, "Can y'all get this expletive over?" He explains what was going through his mind.
Well, I thought in the process of me in the jury trial, at the end, I was going to get sentenced. But it was almost 1 o'clock, so I'm thinking, okay, by 5 o'clock, I'll be sentenced. But we was standing there and it's March, so I'm thinking, okay, why they saying months from now? They saying May, June, maybe July. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to get this over with. The family's sitting right there behind them. Like, they got to come back to court again to watch me get sentenced. They're ready to get it over with. I've been ready to get it over with. It's 24 months in. I'm ready to move on. I got another case that I have to go deal with.
Beale's sentencing for this case is set for July 2nd. I did ask him if he had an opportunity to speak at his sentencing, would he? He told me he'd have to think about it. I'll have more from this interview with Beale coming up at 10 and 11. In Virginia Beach, I'm Lauryn Moss, 10 on Your Side.
All right, Lauryn, thank you. You can see all of our coverage of this story right now over on wavy.com.